What comes to mind when I think about Beethoven, first of all, it's overwhelming. He still is a genius. He's in all of us, and music transcends and it continues. And of course, he loved Vienna, wanted to visit Vienna for a year or so to work a little bit and stayed here. I think he moved 56 times, so he was a little bit restless. Wrote his incredible wealth of work. Beethoven is defined by his intellect. He really thought out his work. Mozart basically channeled it, and boom, he had the work in his mind and was just taking it down. We know with Beethoven that he was struggling sometimes and continuing to improve works. It's like Schicksal Symphony. There's so many sketches that it was something very different in the beginning, and then he reduced and concentrated. It's like, almost like what Albert Einstein said about being simple. He simplified the theme to this point where you can't just take anything away anymore. It would fall apart, and that makes it just so powerful. It's like the Big Bang of music in a sense. But it really comes from intellect. Isn't it ultimately ironic that such a monumental composer is losing his ability to hear, but which proves to us that those composers composed differently than a lot of the modern composers, where it's try and error. It's like it was in his mind, and in a sense he had it in his brain, in his soul, and worked on it and could imagine it. It's so much easier right now. If I'm a conductor today and I want to conduct the Ninth Symphony, I listen to all the other conductors and I have it, like, I can do it on my computer. Boom, it's here, I can read the music right away. But it was clean slate for them. It's like they never heard the work before. They had to imagine it, and those orchestral sounds. But most of all, I think his loss of hearing made him more rhythmic. He was more dynamic, more rhythmic, syncopated. It's like almost like an angry drumming in his soul, and that manifests in his music.
If it would be possible, I would like to play.
Oh my God, what is my relationship to Vienna? It's an extreme family town. It's just made to see culture, to experience culture. You can visit like 10 museums on one weekend. It's just fantastic. The Viennese have music in the heart. It doesn't show all the time. Sometimes it needs a glass of Veltliner to show, sometimes two or even more. But Vienna has a rhythm. And here in Vienna, everything is just a little bit different. And the advantage is you see stuff. When you walked from Saalestedt to the Sterngasse, you see the Stephansdom, you see the Franziskanerkirche, you see a horse carriage going by, you see that yelling person, you see a couple of kids, a couple of dogs. There's so much going on. And you walk over cobblestones. It's just a magical little journey. And you take your time and sit down and sip a little coffee, read a newspaper, you might see a friend. I think we like to pause a lot in Vienna and relax a little bit and then continue again. The musicianship in Vienna is just incredible. I just recorded here at the Synchron Stage in Vienna a commercial for the United States. And it had to sound like the good old 60s Hollywood style. They got it right away. It's authentic, it was fun. The reason is because we have wonderful universities. The MDW was just voted one of the best in the world. And the MUK, which is a private university, is highly ranking as well. So they come to study here, to learn, to feel and sense it. In a certain way, you can get the mechanicals going, but music is about the heart, about the soul, and you need to live here to get into that.